noble name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting in your seat. And then damn, you start doing the freak. I said bam, alright out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You're rocking to the beat without a care. With the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. And a little face and a pair of rhyme eyes. All I'm here to the break it on. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, the pop, the pop, give it pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop, but come on live, yo. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep it strong, cause all I'm here to do is just a wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break it down. Sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, yo. I do it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jig, jiggles in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls. I get it on the floor. Come alive, yo. Give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me one to my, what are you waiting for? To the hip, hop, the hip, to the hip, the hip, the hop, the hip, stop. Rock it to the bang, bang, the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Well, skittle bebop, we rock a Scooby-Doo. And guess what? America, we love you. Well, cause you're rocking a roll with us so much so you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Rock it out, a baby bubba to the boogie, the bang bang, the boogie to the beat. Beat is so unique. Come on, everybody, and dance to the beat.
Hop, hip it, hop, don't stop.
Rock it out, baby bubba to the boogie, bang bang, the boogie to the boogie beat. I say I can't wait to the end of the week when I rap it to the rhythm of a groovy beat and attempt to raise your body heat or just blow your mind. So when that you can't speak and do a thing, but I rock you step to your feet and let it change up to a dance called the freak. And when you finally do jump into your rhythm make beat, rest a little while so you don't get beat. I know a man in head, he has more rhymes than a serious bank, so come on, hey, I'll sing that song until the rhythm of the boogie, the bang bang, the bump. Well, I pimp the dimp, the ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight. Master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside and to the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Church's trio, or when the serious joiner from sun to sun and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say those like this when I was coming home late one dark afternoon. Reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that are vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter I did adore, so I rocked the vicious rhyme like I never did before. She said, damn fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said I go by the name Lois Lane, and you can be my boyfriend, you sure they can. He's really cool, my boyfriend called Superman. I said, he's a fairy, I do suppose, flying through the air, the pantyhose. He may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue red suit. I said, you need a man who's got finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can he rock a party to the early light? He can't satisfy you with his little word, but I can bust you out with my super sperm. I go do it, I go do it, I go do it, do it, do it. And I'm here, and I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank, I'm everywhere. I just throw your hands up in the air and party harder like you just don't care. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
From Fulton County to Gwinnett, Atlanta wakes up with a contour in the morning.
All right, that's just a music edition. Ain't nobody came on the last 4 minutes. Oh well. I guess y'all have to lay it back. All right, so today I am on my way to doing my survey.com independent contracting duties. And I'm gonna try to do Zifty later on tonight, but depending on what time I finish these other gigs, I pretty much may stay around Stone Mountain. Hey, who comes on here at the last minute after my music rendition? You gotta play it back. Alright, so it is 1:42 and I'm on my way to Loganville to do an assignment that was due yesterday. I got through doing, y'all just gonna run across the street. Anywho's, so yesterday I had a bunch of $7 audits going to these convenience stores, basically checking if they had Listerine. And of course, for $7, they sure wanted a whole bunch of work to be done, which basically is checking if they had these new test products that they have and speaking to the owners and see if they wanted to order the product or whatever. And then of course, none of them had it. None of them had the managers available. And they all were, I don't know what country they from. One of those countries, I don't know. You know, when you go to those gas stations or convenience stores, it's all owned by people from, I don't even know where the hell they from, to be honest. India, not India. Some of them tend to be from India, but then a lot of them are like, they seem like they're from Ethiopia or one of those, many of one concentrated group of people seem to work at these convenience stores, and all of them seems to be not kept. What I mean by that is, it's like they look like they have like old stuff on the shelves. They seem like they sell just enough, or just have just enough of the merchandise so they could sell lottery tickets. And that seems to be, I know they probably make a bulk of their money from lottery tickets at these convenience stores, because you cannot have unless you like in a Kroger. Well, no, because you can't just be a poker hall, meaning, you know, those machines that people go in there and they play the slot machines. Those are illegal in, at least I know, in Georgia and South Carolina, because they kind of did away with those. They kind of did away with those stores, or what they want to call it, where people just go there and they just play those slot machines all day long. And I've been to a couple places where they have the slot machine and they try to call it a hookah room, and they just in those rooms playing and playing all day long. It's like gambling is an addiction, and it could get to the point where most people you see in there playing those scratch-off lotteries, they spending like $20, $40. I ain't talking about $1, $2. I'm talking about $10, $20, $30 at a time, in hopes of getting rich or hitting it, you know. And to me, that's not a retirement plan. That's not a budget. That's not a way of being well off. You know, I know those stories, how they said all those past winners, they had won those millions of dollars, and 5 years, 5 years later, not even 10, it's like 5 years later, they broke again. They back where they started from. Because if you don't have good management skills, and you spend your money when you do not know how to budget your money wisely, when you have $100 million or $10 million or $10,000, you're just gonna magnify it more. You know, your spending habits doesn't change. What you do when you have little, you will do at a greater magnitude when you have a lot. You know, it's just a common fact. It's just a common fact. You don't have no knowledge of financial planners. You have no sense of hiring people to assist you in learning about money. You know, me, if I was to buy one $2 ticket and I was to win a good substantial amount of money, trust me, I'll be the same way I was when I was making $50,000, when I'm making what I'm doing now. I will pay off my bills. That's one thing. I'll pay off my house, student loan, and whatever that one credit card that I got going. That's it. I'll pay off all of my debts. Be debt free. And invest. And live off the interest. You know? I really would. I really would. I sure wish I took that video yesterday when I was in that store. This one lady came in there. And, I mean, just as ghetto has come. She come in there, bought like $20 worth of tickets or whatever she had. Then her daughter was there, and she was talking to her daughter. I mean, ooh, it was so funny, y'all. I ain't got no fucking $20, bitch. You got it. I mean, they were going at it. That was the mother-daughter talking, like going on, like carrying on like that. What do you mean you ain't got no fucking money? And then the daughter was like, I already told you. Someone took my scratch-out tickets or something about. She had bought a whole bunch of tickets and someone took it and something going on, and they were going on and on back and forth. And I was like, God damn, you know, right up in here in Snellville. Now Snellville, let me tell you, you could tell when it start getting ghetto. It really is. Hey T-Star, man. And then after that, I didn't know why I even tried to talk to this dumb bitch lady. She was like, I said I'll probably buy one $2 ticket. That's it. I'm not, you know. I said that's nothing but a Ponzi scheme, because that's all that lottery is the Ponzi scheme. Everybody buys the tickets and hopes that if someone wants to win, it'll grow to a, you know, it'll keep growing and growing until someone hits. And if that one lucky person was to hit, you automatically off the top, those people are gonna, they know they're not gonna take an annuity. They're gonna take one lump sum, and 30-40%, and then I was like, I would never buy no lottery tickets on a weekly basis. I probably, you know, pay one of those when it gets to that one. Like right now, that jackpot is growing and no one hasn't hit it yet. So every store I went to when I was doing my little audits Everybody was up in there with buying lottery tickets. They were even buying, and if they weren't buying the lottery tickets, they were buying scratch-offs. Not 2, 3 scratch-off tickets, but we talking about $30, and then you walk in the store looking ratchet. You know, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then this dumb lady, you know, after I said about that, she was like, well, what did she say? Because she was talking kind of stupid to me. I'm gonna play it or whatever. I didn't give a damn whether she played it or not. I don't give a damn. You give away your last nickel for all I care. But I don't know. Her logic wasn't making sense to me. I can't even remember what she said, to be honest. All I know, I was sitting there watching these two, the mother-daughter and the mother-daughter. Fuck you, you know. That bitch been fucking treated. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth. I mean, y'all should have seen it. If all the things that I could have taped, I wouldn't even taped it, really. I should have been on live stream at that point. I really should have. But that shit was funny. I was like, God dang. And she talking about, I go to lottery and I won, and I break off anybody, you know, they thought they breaking off money. Man, please. I break off a few $1,000 or something, she said. She didn't even say the amount. She just said she would break off some money. She wins, she would break it off or whatever. I'm like, whatever. I've got not a long day today, but I'm gonna do, I have about 4 stores I need to go to today to do my, 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5. And it pays $12.50 an hour, and the other one I'm going to now is $15 an hour for doing the same thing. So if I'm in there about 2 hours, well, 1 hour, 2 hours or whatever, depending on how much I have to do. And I should probably make about 65 bucks doing these survey.coms. Maybe a little bit more, it just depends, because they have like hundreds of assignments to do where you're taking pictures, checking it, and they have like in Georgia, if you're in Atlanta, well, in the metro Atlanta, and so many of them are so, hey Jameson, and so many of them are so clumped up together. It's like you literally going to one stop right down the road from each other. And I could easily probably do about 10 of those today if I wanted to. I'm gonna see if it's still available. If it is, I'm gonna grab them up, and that'll be 7. That's not including what I'm doing now. That's gonna be extra, but I don't know. I have to see how much I'm gonna do. And then tomorrow, of course, hey Lynn. And then of course, if it's available today, if it's still there, I'm gonna try to do about 10 of those stores at $7 a piece, which is 70 bucks. And that could be done easy, to be honest with you, the way it's all grouped up. Congratulations, Jameson, for what? What do you do? Going to the grocery store. Okay, these stores. See you later. Go to the grocery store, buy some groceries for me. Now look at this damn mess. Who made this big accident? Look at this, y'all. This ain't make no fucking sense. Let me turn the camera around. Move it the hell out of the way. Oops. Y'all see that? Somebody got into this big ass accident and had their whole front on the median. See what I tell y'all? People do some stupid stuff in Atlanta when it comes to These dumb accidents. They just, just trifling. So, tomorrow I'll be doing a reset at the Rite Aid. And I'm going to be basically getting paid double for that. And I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it now. Lynn, I'm going to email you about it. I'm going to tell you about it. I don't want to get too much into details about too many of these assignments to do, but I'm going to tell you, Big Orange Production, which is really technically a staffing agency. They act like a staffing agency, but you're like an independent contractor. They have a lot of assignments out there, at least in Georgia. I mean, not a lot, but I've been getting a lot of job requests. Some of them I can't do because they say, oh, it's in your area. And then when I open it up, I said Savannah and Augusta is not in my area. Now, they do have some in Atlanta. Food demonstrations, and sometimes you're doing store resets. A lot of stores are transitioning from winter to fall. Not winter to fall. From winter to spring. And I realized that a lot of stores like Kroger and Walmart's, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Ulta, department stores, they hire people, independent people, to do those resets. Sometimes they need help pulling merchandising and and putting things on the shelf and all that kind of stuff. They're not hiring employees to do that anymore. They're hiring a lot of independent contractors to do it. And basically, as a 1099, for 5 hours worth of work, you get paid $60. And tomorrow I'll be doing one from 4. It said it would be 4 to midnight, but I have to, they'll pay me based on the number of hours that I'll do it. But I'm supposed to be there like from 4 p.m. and it may be till 10 or 11. It depends, I don't know. But I'll let y'all know. Lynn, I'm going to tell you in an email. I don't want to say it on the live stream. But just put it this way. If I do all my... I'm not doing Zifty tomorrow, because basically the money is gonna be pretty good for me to do that assignment tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to but it's out there. If you're really looking for something to make extra cash on, I would say check out BigOrangeProduction.com and survey.com. Now, I do have a link in my previous video that shows the gigs, and you have to kind of keep constantly looking at it. Now, I try to tell someone about it. Sometimes they ask you to print certain information. I try to tell certain people, and they like complain about, I don't want to use up all my ink, blah blah blah, and they're not even listening what I'm telling them, because you're not printing out 15, 10, 15, 30 pages. That's the only direction you're supposed to print. Like in tomorrow's case, I'm only supposed to print out the timesheet, the blank timesheet, and make sure I print it. I'm gonna have to make sure I either go to the library today or tomorrow before I go there to get the paper. And then the ones that I was doing prom, March 23rd. What are you talking about prom already? March, April, May. Well, I guess it's almost, before you know it, school be out anyway. But anyway, most of the assignments on survey.com, it doesn't require that you print out paperwork or whatever. You have to look at it because it tells you before you accept it. If it says printing required, you want to make sure you check and see what they're asking you to get. Now, the ones I did yesterday, they said if you don't speak to the manager, they'll deduct $2 from the $7 they said they're going to give me. That's fine and well, whatever. But if I have to print out a form or a paper, all I got to do is print out that form at the library, go to a printing shop or someplace where they charge 10 cents a page and just print it out. I'm not gonna print it out, and that's it, and that will be it. And then leave it with get the required initial. If they don't give the initial, if they don't want to do certain things, I'll leave it in the comment section on survey.com, and I would tell them manager refused to sign, or they didn't want to sign it, and I'll take a picture of the store or picture of the front door or whatever, answer whatever questions I need to answer, because 99% of the time they're not going to have the item, it's not available, or whatever the case may be, and keep it moving. And keep it moving. That's all I gotta do. I'm not gonna worry about, the little trivial things, because see, number one, if I was there at the store, you gonna pay me. You gonna pay me, and that's the end of that. Bill, and I'm sworn. Oh, Loganville, 6 miles. Technically, I could go to some of these places that they be telling me to go to, but Monroe, Georgia, and Bethlehem, I was like, they had a $60-something offer for me to go Bethlehem, Georgia, and Commerce, Georgia. I said, I'm not going that far. Even though it was 23 miles, it's probably 23 miles if I was going to Atlanta. It's the same distance, but sometimes I just don't feel like going 23 miles the opposite direction. You go away from Atlanta, you start going to these little hick towns and stuff. Trust me, it's a whole new world. Going towards Athens and going way out away from Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area. You go on these outskirts, you'll be in a dang country sometimes, and it looks like the country, all you see is trees all around. And then and you see a lot of these places starting to develop housing. What's this? Sasha, Stop sending me the same dang message. God damn. It bug you to death. How many times I gotta say that I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna be there. You got a survey to do tomorrow. I'm like, no kidding. They spend more time bugging you about doing these assignments. Why don't y'all worry about making sure you pay me on time? Worry about that. Damn. If I didn't want to do it, I'll just say nope. Click. No. I don't need to be reminded all the time. You got a survey to do tomorrow. You got a survey to do tomorrow. You got to do this tomorrow. I'm like, if they pay people on time and or let people know and give them accurate information, because I'm supposed to get paid Monday, and don't let me go up there on Monday come and I gotta email you again that you didn't complete my payout. They be so fast at doing stuff that so you have to keep on top of it. I'm not saying it's a scam, because it's not. It's just that these companies that have all these these startup companies or companies that get in the business of, because they getting paid through these companies too. Getting paid, they get their little cut. If you're gonna get your cut, then you need to start paying on time. You're not gonna be successful. You getting your money, and, because you're not, here's $7 to them and say, well, that ain't worth it. But see, you have to strategize with some of these companies. I'm not going far. One time I asked them, I said, I'll do it if you pay me distance pay. And they agreed on it, and then they're going to try to renege on it after the fact. And I said, okay, you know what? You want me to go all the way over here to do it? Then, and you take it back, then I said, you know what? Then you take back the other one too. Find somebody else that's going to do it. And then after they realize when they can't find nobody, then they try to up, that's when they up the ante. Oh, we give you $15 then rather than $12.50. All right, fine. I'll do it for $15. Ooh, pet rabbit. Baby rabbit. Nope, I don't need another pet. Nope. Turn around and let y'all see. No, I ain't gonna turn around. I don't know why they even parked on the side of the highway like that anyway. Ain't nobody gonna stop All Nations Church. Undiscovered. Why are they on the side of the road? If you're gonna, I wonder how much they want for those pet rabbits. I'm gonna see it there when I come back. I may stop by and let y'all see it. But let me go ahead and look. I need to concentrate. Make sure I'm going the correct direction.